Because my husband is a liar, he's a cheater, and he's a manipulator, and I'm tired.
Did you or did you not text message another woman while this woman was in the hospital fighting for her life?
He told her that he was going to leave me for her when that she knew I was in the hospital having cancer, and he put it to her like I was basically dying. And
You were text messaging another woman in case you needed a backup plan if your wife died after surgery.
It is what it is.
He slept with her, and she also not only gave him a rabbit and a rat, but an STD.
And just like that, the courtroom erupted. What you just heard is the sound of a marriage detonating live on national TV. One woman battling cancer, one man caught texting mistresses from the hospital parking lot, and a judge who's had enough. Hit subscribe if you're tired of cheaters dodging consequences, and buckle up. This is about to get brutal. It started like any modern fairy tale. Holly was live on social media, still recovering from the heartbreak of caring for her stroke-stricken ex-husband. Enter Hunter Bourgeois, cracking jokes in her comments.
Don't talk to that old man, he gonna give you worms.
Charming, right? Unlike others who slid uninvited into her DMs, Hunter asked permission, and Holly, in a moment of laughter and loneliness, said yes. Fast forward, they get married, but soon everything unravels, not because of social media, but because of sickness and secrets. Hunter claims he wanted the marriage to work. He even says,
I really want my marriage to work. I, made some mistakes along the way, and I take full responsibility.
But when confronted by the judge about cheating while Holly was literally undergoing surgery for breast cancer, he stammered.
Not when she was in the hospital.
Oh? So he did it, just not while she was under anesthesia? In what world does that excuse hold? Then came the clincher.
You were text messaging another woman in case you needed a backup plan if your wife died after surgery.
It is what it is.
He said it. The woman was fighting cancer, radiation, chemotherapy, a mastectomy, and her husband smoking cigarettes in the parking lot and texting women from the waiting room, planning to leave her while she was trying to survive. Holly didn't find out by accident. She had a tracking app installed. She showed Hunter the app. He knew.
I could tell him where he's standing, exactly where he at, his location, and every text he get and every call he get comes to me.
And what did she find? A treasure trove of filth. Messages like,
are you available? I'm currently available. $100 cash only, please. Bring rubbers and no weapons and no drugs. Room 108.
This is a married man. And when caught red-handed,
that particular day, nothing happened.
Then there was the rabbit story. Surreal and stomach-turning. Hunter, trying to win her forgiveness, told Holly he was going out to buy her a pet rabbit. He came back hours later, rabbit in trunk, and a rat in the cage. Turns out the woman he bought the rabbit from wasn't just a seller, she was a side chick.
Slept with her, and she also not only gave him a rabbit and a rat, but an STD.
You can't make this up. The rabbit, the rat, the STD. This is what Holly got while battling cancer. You thought it couldn't get worse? It does. Because when Holly took the stand again, she laid it all out.
My husband was like, okay, I know you love animals. You're real big on animals, so I'm going to go get you a gift. And he said, I'll be right back. And I kept trying to contact my husband. He wasn't answering the call at all. So my husband came back like 2 hours later. And he came back and he said, come in to the car, I got something for you. So I went to the car and he had a rabbit in the trunk.
At first, she thought he was just being sweet until a rat jumped out of the cage. Confused, she checked the tracker app. And what did she find?
I see him and the girl he went to got a rabbit from talking. And when he went to get the rabbit, he slept with her.
Yes, hotel room, not house. And that's not even the worst part. The woman he slept with later testified in evidence that
we had sex. He, did something to my something and offered me money. He bought the rabbit from me.
So let's break that down. Hunter used his wife's love of animals as a cover. He slept with a woman while shopping for a peace offering, and then brought home a rat-infested cage and a venereal disease. Even the judge was appalled. This wasn't just betrayal. It was warped, calculated, cruel. Judge Starr had heard enough. She wasn't just furious, she was disgusted.
Do you know what kind of ghetto crazy mess this sounds like? It sounds like you have no home training.
And when Hunter tried to defend himself,
I did use protection.
It's clear you didn't use protection.
They had all kinds of sex.
From everybody.
No, sir. You can answer the question. You know if you use protection or not, and don't lie, because you wouldn't bring an STD home.
Then came the nuclear moment.
You need to file those papers and go on with your life. Because the last thing you need is this sorry person.
And she wasn't done. She served the papers live.
You've been served.
Hunter sat there, blinking, still playing the victim.
Everybody against me.
Excuse
You leave from one woman and go to the next.
Okay,
Then you get to her, you go to the next. And then you get to her, you want two more. That's the problem.
Even her mother had to step in.
Answer.
I moved up here to help.
Why did you need to do that? She has a whole husband.
He don't know what to do.
The man couldn't even be bothered to show up at her appointments. Her mother had to fill in.
In your house, but this is my house. That's my name right there. And you don't have to be here. You may leave anytime you want, but you will respect me.
Verdict was swift. Marriage over. Hunter exposed. Dignity non-existent. What we just witnessed wasn't a divorce. It was a demolition. A woman fighting for her life, betrayed by the man who vowed to protect her. A cheater caught red-handed, fumbling lies while the truth hit like a freight train. A judge who said enough.
You need to file those papers and go on with your life. Because the last thing you need is this sorry person.
Hunter got everything he deserved. And Holly, she walked out with her head high. Papers in hand, justice served. Hit subscribe if you're tired of the gaslighting, the games, and the grown men hiding behind fake apologies. We expose it all, and we don't hold back. Stay sharp, stay loud. Until next time.